Your arteries are narrowing right now, quietly, without pain, without any obvious warning. And there is a very good chance that something sitting in your refrigerator at this moment is making it worse. Not junk food, not processed meat. A vegetable one you probably added to your plate specifically because you were told it was good for your heart. In the last few months, have you noticed your legs feeling heavy or tired after just a short walk? What about your feet running cold, even when the rest of you feels warm? Or maybe a faint pressure in your chest when you climb a flight of stairs? If any of that sounded familiar, stay with me. Because those are not three separate problems, they are the same problem. And most people over 60 are never told which vegetables are making it worse, or which ones can genuinely reverse it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 3 to stop eating and which 3 to start. Type your age in the comments right now, just the number. I read every single one. And subscribe if you want evidence-based health information your doctor simply does not have time to give you. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology followed over 6,800 adults aged 60 and older for 5 years, specifically tracking how dietary choices, including certain plant foods, affected arterial plaque progression. What they found surprised even the lead researchers. Evelyn was 67, lived alone in Ohio, and had been eating what she genuinely believed was a heart-healthy diet for years. Spinach smoothies every morning, a vegetable stir-fry most evenings. Her doctor called her cholesterol acceptable. But Evelyn kept describing this tightness when she walked to her mailbox. Her ankle brachial index, a simple circulation test, came back at 0.78. Anything below 0.9 signals reduced arterial blood flow. She was not in a crisis, but she was heading toward one. When she changed 3 specific vegetables and added 3 others, her follow-up score 12 weeks later was 0.94. That is the difference between restricted circulation and normal flow. She is not alone, and what she changed is exactly what we are covering today. Drop a comment and tell me where in the world you are watching from right now. Just your city or your country. I read every single one. The first vegetable to stop is canned beets. Fresh beets in moderation are a different story, and we will get to that. But canned beets are processed with sodium levels that can run as high as 460 milligrams per half cup. A 2019 analysis in hypertension research found that seniors consuming more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium daily from packaged plant foods had measurably stiffer arterial walls compared to those who got their vegetables from fresh sources. Stiff arteries cannot flex and expand the way they should. Think of a garden hose left in the sun for years. It no longer bends without cracking. The mechanism is water retention raising blood volume, which forces the heart to push harder, which gradually thickens and stiffens the arterial lining. Many seniors assume canned vegetables are equivalent to fresh. For your arteries after 60, they are not. The second vegetable to be very careful with is raw kale, particularly in large, frequent amounts. Kale is extraordinarily high in vitamin K1. 1 cup of raw kale contains roughly 547 micrograms, nearly 5 times the daily recommended intake. A 2022 study from the University of Copenhagen found that excessive K1 intake in older adults was associated with accelerated calcium deposition in arterial walls, essentially speeding up the hardening process. Cooking kale reduces K1 content by roughly 35%. It is not about eliminating it. It is about how much, how often, and whether it is cooked. The third vegetable, and this one surprises most people, is iceberg lettuce. Not because it is harmful in a direct sense, but because of what it replaces. Iceberg is 96% water. A 2020 study in nutrients found that seniors who consumed iceberg as their primary salad base had significantly lower daily intake of nitrates, folate, and potassium, all 3 directly associated with arterial flexibility. The danger of iceberg is not what it does, it is what it crowds out. Every plate of iceberg is a missed opportunity for something that could be genuinely protecting your arteries. If your doctor has told you that narrowing arteries are just part of getting older, this next part of the video is specifically for you. Stay with me because in about 60 seconds I am going to show you the single most potent vegetable on this list, and the research behind it is something most cardiologists have not discussed with their patients. The first vegetable that actually works is cooked beetroot fresh, not canned. A landmark trial published in Hypertension in 2015, involving 64 patients with high blood pressure, found that 1 cup of beetroot juice daily reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 7.7 millimeters of mercury within just 4 weeks. The mechanism is dietary nitrates converting in the body to nitric oxide, a compound that directly relaxes and widens blood vessel walls. Think of nitric oxide as a warm water rinse running through a kinked hose, slowly releasing the tension. The key is to eat it cooked or as juice, never canned and without added salt. The second is garlic, and if you have already been eating garlic and felt like it was not doing much, this is almost certainly why. Most people eat it cooked at high heat for 15 or 20 minutes, which destroys the compound allicin before it can form. A 2016 meta-analysis in the Journal of Nutrition covering 39 separate trials found that aged garlic extract reduced arterial plaque accumulation by up to 80% in high-risk adults over 55. The preparation step that almost nobody does, crush your garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before applying any heat. That 10-minute window allows allicin to fully form before the enzyme that creates it is destroyed by temperature. 1 or 2 cloves daily. That is all it takes. Hit like if this is starting to explain something you have wondered about, and comment the word arteries below if any of this sounds familiar. Everything we have covered so far is powerful. But this last vegetable is the reason I wanted to make this video: asparagus. A 2018 study from the University of Michigan involving 2,400 adults over 60 found that regular asparagus consumption was associated with a 14% reduction in C-reactive protein, one of the most reliable markers of arterial inflammation. Inflammation is what cracks the arterial wall lining and gives plaque a surface to stick to. Asparagus is also exceptionally high in folate. 1 serving delivers 134 micrograms, and folate directly lowers homocysteine, an amino acid that damages the inner lining of blood vessels when it accumulates. Steam it for 4 to 6 minutes. Do not boil it. Boiling leaches up to 54% of the folate into the water. 4 to 5 spears, 3 times a week, is the amount associated with measurable benefit in the research. Now here's what happens when you combine asparagus and cooked beetroot in the same meal. A 2021 paper in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that the nitrate from beetroot and the folate from asparagus work synergistically. Folate improves nitric oxide bioavailability, meaning the nitrates go further. Together they produced a 22% greater reduction in arterial stiffness markers than either food produced alone. Eat them together. That combination is your weekly priority tonight. Check your refrigerator and remove or set aside canned beets and swap any iceberg lettuce for a darker green. This week, add fresh or roasted beetroot to 3 meals, crush garlic and let it rest before cooking it at least once a day, and pair asparagus with beetroot at least twice. Watch for one observable sign in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The heaviness in your legs on a walk should begin to ease. Not dramatically at first, but noticeably. That is arterial tone improving. Before you go, drop a comment and tell me, which of those 3 avoid vegetables surprised you most? Every comment is read, and I genuinely want to know. If you know someone over 60 who has been told their circulation or blood pressure is just something to manage rather than improve, share this video with them right now. Your share might give them back something they thought was gone for good. And if this video helped you, YouTube is showing you another one of my videos right now that goes even deeper on the one mineral that most adults over 60 are chronically deficient in, and that your arteries need more than almost anything else. Click it. I think it will change how you think about your heart health completely. It is right there on your screen. Subscribe for evidence-based health information your doctor does not have time to give you. New video every single day. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or supplement routine.